The perfect balance of mind, body and spirit is at the center of what Serendipity Holistic Resort is all about. And on this episode of Chill Spot, we'll get to enjoy the perfect blend of tranquility and wellness as we get to know Regina Beavers McCollum, the General Manager of Spartan Health Club. So don't go anywhere, lots of fun and adventure coming your way. Hi Regina.
Hey Candy, how are you?
Hi, good to see you.
Same here. This is actually my husband Rashid.
Hi Rashid. Nice to meet you. So, what are we going to be doing today?
Wow, when you get to somewhere like this, you feel like doing nothing, but we have a lot in store. There's a petting zoo. There's
like with animals?
Yeah, man, with animals that you have to touch and cuddle and feed. There's a river as well that we're going to be swimming in. There's some food being prepared right now. I really come here and chill, but I like that there's a variety, you know?
Well, so far just walking down here, this property is exquisite.
I agree.
So I'd really like to tour this property and see what it's all about.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, so what I wanted to talk to you about was your professional side. So
serious business.
Exactly. Your role at Spartan as general manager. What is a typical day like for you?
Wow. Well, every day definitely varies. As general manager, I wear so many hats.
Right.
Yeah, I'm responsible for the social media pages, the website pages, and then you go into the staff area. We have different criteria. Personal trainers, which are contracted, and then our ancillary staff that we have, and our front desk staff. It's a lot of people to manage.
Exactly.
That's challenging, but just being there and making sure that we put emphasis on teamwork, it's not too difficult because everybody's doing their part.
So is it a typical 9 to 5? What are your hours like?
On paper, it's a 9 to 5. However, I sometimes come in at 6 a.m. in the morning to meet and greet with some of the members then, or I might stay a little later till 10 p.m. to meet those members. Sometimes I'm off of location doing interviews or
like today.
Yeah, like today, or setting up booths at like wellness expos, things like that. So it just depends. Every day I find has been different.
I know you mentioned, working with so many different people can be a challenge, but what other challenges do you face in your day-to-day?
Running a gym, people might think it's something simple. It's a gym, workout. It's very important that the members, from they walk into the front door, have the ultimate exercise experience. And to ensure that happens, our front desk staff have to be well equipped with not just the proper teaching, but the resources Also, it's to diversify yourself and to tap into different markets and people. You have to try and be as creative as possible to connect with as many people as possible. You know, I always say invest in yourself because health is wealth.
Well, I think we're definitely investing here today.
I agree. This is a good investment.
Your professional journey did not begin at Spartan, so talk to us about that.
You know what's interesting is that I won the Miss Jamaica Roulette 2001 when I was 17. That's when I was introduced. 2001, I'm a big woman now. many years ago. But I was introduced to Spartan at that time, so I've been a member since then. So it's funny how things went full circle. After winning the title, the prestigious crown, I traveled the world. You know, I met Nelson Mandela, kings, queens, princes, the Caribbean, South Africa. I just really got to experience life.
So how did you transition from doing Miss Jamaica to now being in corporate and running the gym? Yeah,
it's an interesting journey. I didn't go straight into corporate life. I started in media. I actually have my degree in film and video. Very fascinated by production. Yeah, man. When I came back, instead of being behind the scenes, they put me in front of the camera. So I was on CBM at Sunrise for years. I produced and presented for them. Then I switched over into radio with Fame 95 FM. Did a lot of hosting and emceeing and got a little tired of it. And I have a family growing, you know, wanting to, I guess, grow. Yeah, I felt like I had reached the point of understanding what this is about, and I needed another step further. So I actually thought for many nights, what am I going to do next? What is my passion? What is my drive? And I realized that through it all, it's been people. I'm a people person, you know? And it turned out that Mr. James, you know, wanted someone to help him out, and it kind of connected.
Mr. James is at Spartan.
Mr. James is the owner of Spartan Health Club. So I had to go in for an interview and, you know, look through my qualifications, and it was a perfect match, honestly. I enjoy myself so much there because I get to connect with people every day.
Coming up.
Challenges are opportunities. When something knocks you down, when you get to an obstacle, it really is giving you that opportunity to learn and to grow. If it's too easy, something is wrong. You need those challenges to get you to your optimum level.
What drives you to be a successful young professional?
Wow, I don't think I'm not young. I'm kidding. I think my family, my son, I had him at an early age. I was only 21 when he was born. And winning that Miss Jamaica title at 17, I felt like I was fast-tracked into growing up. And he is the future of me. And I have to ensure that he has the right life and the right future and the right possibilities. So that pushes me on a daily basis. Because sometimes I don't feel like doing nothing, you know. Sometimes I just want to come up here and waste a day or two, but he's definitely my motivation.
And Spartan isn't the only thing that you do. You also have that camp, that's expressions through creativity.
Yes, you're right. You got it.
That.
It's the ETC, the acronym is Expression Through Creativity, and it's all about creating expression through a creative outlet through children, and we found that it actually works best at-risk youth. We introduce them to different outlets to express themselves. It's been very successful so far. I've seen girls who don't speak at all bloom and blossom. And
so when you say outlets, like what kind of outlets? Like
drawing, dance,
okay.
dance, culinary arts, music, all kind of expression. And we also incorporate a psychological aspect. It works.
So there is a science behind it as well.
There's a science behind it.
That's
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Do you have any personal or professional goals for the future?
Absolutely. I mentioned earlier that I have a degree in film and video, and I've been working on writing some scripts, and I want to produce, direct, and possibly act in some kind of script writing that I've done, or some scripts.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, I need to.
Especially since that's what your training is in.
Exactly, and I have a strong passion for it.
Yeah.
And I realized it wasn't production from a TV perspective.
Right.
It was film, you know?
Maybe you just needed a little time to figure that out.
Exactly, and I'm ready, so that's coming. Look out.
How would you describe yourself as a leader though?
My husband says that I have a fiery spirit. So I'm going to use that to possibly say that I don't think there are any boundaries that we have. We only create our boundaries, you know. There really is endless possibilities. It's just what you're going to be prepared to put into it to make it work. There's nothing that's impossible, you know. I can use that corny line, I am possible. The word says so itself.
Do you have a mentor?
I would say my mother would be my mentor. She went through so much. I've watched her grow into this beautiful, strong woman. My parents got divorced when I was about 3 or 4, so she raised 3 kids on her own here in Jamaica, because my parents got married in the States and we moved here. So she's been just amazing with advice, support. I mean, I didn't feel like I was alone when I had my son. You know, she was just always there, even when I never want her to be. You know that way? But she's a blessing. I love her so much.
And is there one tip that you can say or give to other young professionals who aspire to be successful like yourself?
Yeah, man. Challenges are opportunities. When something knocks you down, when you get to an obstacle, it really is giving you that opportunity to learn and to grow.
Right.
So welcome a challenge. That is what's going to put you to the highest place. If it's too easy, something is wrong.
Right.
You need those challenges to get you to your optimum level. That's what I would say.
All right, so what's next on our property tour? What are we going to be doing?
I think we should go for a swim. How about that?
Is the water cold?
It's very cold. And you're going to see me cry a little.
You're
but
going to
enough.
out.
Yeah, I will. I'll get brave though.
Coming up, how do you do this blended family thing? Like, is that easy for you to do?
All right, the way I look at it is that my child has one more person to love him. I think that when you have kids, you will realize that they are the reason, they are the point of your reference.
Right.
And how does this affect your child? You can't think of yourself anymore.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the personal side of you. I know you have a son. Tell us about him.
Giamar Johan Mitchell, he's 10. He's my life, my proudest moment, my joy. Grade 5 now.
Grade 5.
Yeah, man, he takes up everything out of me, you know?
How do you balance being a mommy with everything that you have going on at work?
It's tough, but I have a great support system. My mom is involved, his stepmom and his father is involved, his stepdad is involved.
Wow.
So I have a lot of people in the village, you know, to take care of the child. So it works, and he accompanies me to things and places. So he'll come to work maybe after school, and he's very active too in football and music. So he has his own things to do as well.
Speaking of children, you as a child, how were you raised?
Wow, I was a tomboy.
That's hard. Hard for me to believe.
No, seriously, I grew up with all brothers and all cousins that were males.
Okay.
So I had to be. If I wanted to have any fun in life, nobody was going to play Barbie with me. I had to learn how to climb trees, and we used to ride bicycles, just have a great time as kids. When I think of my childhood, I have fond memories. I went to Queen's Prep and then Hopefield Prep and then ended up at Andrews High, and my parents... Yeah, it's a good school. Yeah, man. Went to Andrews, ended up at Hillel. But remember, I mentioned earlier, my parents are divorced. So when I was about 13 or 14, I attempted to live with my dad. So I moved out of the country. So a year later, I came back, and that's why I ended up at Hillel Academy, which is a fantastic school as well.
So you recently got married. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Talk to us about the wedding. What was it like?
The wedding was in my mother's backyard. It was just sweet, intimate, just the closest friends and family. Right. It was more like a dinner and ceremony kind of vibe. I loved it because we focused a lot on that ceremony and being with our family and friends and this wedding, you know. Rashid's mom, Auntie Jan, said it the best. She said, sometimes people forget that they're planning a ceremony and not a wedding, you know. We focus too much on the glamour, which can be stressful, and I mean, to each his own. Yeah, to each his own, definitely. But I don't really have too much energy for glitz and glamour.
Was there anything about your partner in specific that made you know that yes, he's the one?
It is tough, you know, because I want to say there are so many things, because when you realize that somebody is going to be that partner for the rest of your life, it's a compilation of expectations and ideas and morals and values and everything that you have. So it's hard to pick one moment. It's almost as if we were on a journey together and we realized that we wanted the same journey. And in the earlier days, we were on the beach, we went on a little date, and we were lying in the sun and stuff, and he grabbed a stone, and I just felt it in my hand. I was like, what's this? And he said, it's a symbol of our journey, of our love. It's a rock, it's strength. Keep it. And I kept it.
To this day,
well, on our wedding day, we buried it in my mother's backyard.
Oh.
He's like, let's set it free. He's sweet like that. Yeah, he's very sweet and and mystical and spiritual, and yeah, he's a great partner. I love him so much.
I know you mentioned that your son, he's very good with his stepmom. Yes. How do you do this blended family thing? Like, is that easy for you to do?
All right, the way I look at it is that my child has one more person to love him, one more person to care for him, one more person to help me. I think that when you have kids, you will realize that they are the point of your reference. And how does this affect your child? You can't think of yourself anymore. Luckily, all of us see it like that, and we choose to embrace our family together and the challenges with our family together as a team, and positively and with love. And I swear to you, Tammy and I talk more than me and Wayne. We are programmed, you know, school book, and who have the shoes, and she's just a beautiful person. I tell Wayne all the time, like, you know, if it was anybody, I'm glad it's her. You know, it's beautiful.
I love that you guys have gotten it right, you know?
Yeah, it feels right. It feels right.
I mean, Regina, I must say you really come off as a very confident young woman. Did your experience in Miss Jamaica have anything to do with that?
I would say that the Miss Jamaica World Pageant is something that every young lady should go through, because it does give you skills. It puts you in situations and gives you that experience to handle yourself better.
Absolutely.
It's not about winning. This is what I always tell young girls when they ask me something similar, that you don't want to win, actually. Winning's the hard part. You want to get that experience. And it definitely, I mean, we went through so much training, you know. It changed your life, right?
Absolutely, very helpful.
Yeah, very helpful to give you those skills needed just to polish you off to get ready for the world.
How did it really impact you winning?
I had just turned 17, so it forced me to grow up. Immediately, I had the weight of Jamaica on my shoulders. I had to realize that everything I did was going to be representative of my country, which is a great honor, you know, and a privilege, but it comes with responsibility. So I feel like it allowed me to mature, and to mature with support and grace. You know, I wouldn't say I regret it for the world, you know. It's made me who I am.
Is there any one thing you can identify that you can say people would never guess about you?
I'm not really into going out to parties.
Okay.
I like chill spots. No, it's true.
Nice plug,
I
Regina.
do. It's shameless. I like family, friends, and interacting with people in an environment that's peaceful.
Right.
I go out because I feel like it's almost a part of how you socialize in Jamaica, or even a part of your job. You know, but whenever I can, I'm not going to be picking to go to the club.
Right, exactly.
You won't see me there. Yeah, maybe pepper seed on a Wednesday because of old school.
Maybe that one place.
Yeah, that's about it.
I don't know about you, Regina, but my belly's rumbling.
Oh yes, food time. And I know Raw is hungry too.
Some food.
Let's do it.
Where's the restaurant?
It's down this way now.
Well, Regina, thank you so much for sharing your chill spot with us today. I really enjoyed, I think, being at peace and being up here and just enjoying this kind of atmosphere. So thank you very much. I had fun getting to know former Miss Jamaica and newly married Regina Beavers McCollum. And after spending the day at Serendipity Holistic Resort, I'm feeling relaxed, recharged, and ready to take on whatever comes next. So until next Friday, I'm Candy for Chill Spot. Bye!
Are we going to say we're hungry now? Or we're pretending?
No, you don't worry. You don't worry. You'll make it very clear.
All right.
You want a carrot?
Okay, he's moving. Let's put it back here. I'm not afraid.
It's really
Wow.
got to experience your life. And by the time I was about 19 or 20, I felt as if your bug's getting you.
Yeah, he came in my armpit. I think he's in my shirt. The bug was in my armpit. And that's gonna be a blooper. I just know it.
It's in my armpit.